The harsh reality of business failure. Business is one of the greatest adventures a person can embark on. It's filled with possibility, freedom, and the chance to create something out of nothing. And yet, if we are brutally honest, most people who start a business fail. That's not meant to discourage you. It's meant to wake you up. Because behind every success story you see, there are dozens of stories of people who never made it past the first stage. They had the dream, the idea, and sometimes even the talent, but they didn't make it. The truth is, people fail in business not because they weren't smart enough, not because they weren't creative enough, and not even because they didn't have the resources. The number one reason people fail in business is much simpler. They don't put in the work to truly master their craft and outwork their competition. When you start a business, you don't exist in a vacuum. You are not the only person in the world with your idea. Unless you stumble upon an extraordinary stroke of luck, there will always be competition. And if your competition knows more about the market, understands the customers better, or simply works harder than you do, you will lose. That is the harsh reality. Business is not about who has the fanciest idea. It's about who has the discipline to learn more, work harder, and outlast everyone else. Too many people walk into business unprepared. They think passion will be enough, or that natural talent will carry them through. But business is a battlefield. The ones who win are the ones who wake up earlier, study harder, and push themselves further than anyone else. The number one reason people fail in business is lack of effort, lack of preparation, and lack of consistent hard work. The illusion of talent versus the power of discipline. Many people convince themselves that success is about talent. They say things like, he was born to be an entrepreneur, or she just has a natural gift for business. But that's not the full story. Talent might give you a head start, but discipline is what finishes the race. Look at the world of sports for a lesson. Dirk Nowitzki wasn't the most naturally gifted player in the NBA. But what made him great was his relentless discipline, his willingness to practice over and over, to stay after hours, and to master the fundamentals. When you combine discipline with skill, that's when you become unstoppable. Business is no different. The truth is, many entrepreneurs fail because they never learn how to apply discipline to their craft. They don't study their industry. They don't analyze their competition. They don't master sales, marketing, accounting, or the financial language of business. Instead, they think they can outsource their weaknesses right away, but in the beginning, you can't. If you don't understand how to read your own numbers, if you don't know whether your business is actually profitable, you're already behind. Think about it. If your accountant tells you you're making money, but your cash flow is negative, you're on the road to disaster. If you can't understand what those numbers mean, you're blindfolding yourself while driving at full speed. Successful entrepreneurs develop the discipline to learn these things. They don't avoid the hard parts. They dive into them. That's why so many fail. They avoid the grind. They don't read the books. They don't ask the tough questions. They want the glory of success, but not the weight of responsibility. And eventually, reality catches up with them. Learning how to learn, the entrepreneur's secret weapon. The world of business is constantly changing. New technologies emerge, industries evolve, and competition gets sharper by the day. The entrepreneurs who survive are not the ones who think they already know it all. The entrepreneurs who survive are the ones who are always learning. One of the greatest skills any entrepreneur can develop is the ability to learn how to learn. That means staying curious, hungry, and open to new information. If you're not reading, if you're not studying, if you're not surrounding yourself with people who challenge your perspective, someone else out there is. And when they know more than you, they will win. This is where many people stumble. They believe that starting a business is about having the perfect plan or the perfect product. But the truth is, your first idea is rarely the one that takes you to success. Your first idea is just a test. What matters is your ability to adapt, to learn from your failures, and to keep moving forward. I've met countless entrepreneurs who had the passion, but not the preparation. They asked me basic questions they should have already researched. They showed up with big dreams, but no understanding of the market. And that reveals everything. Their lack of preparation shows their lack of commitment. If you want to succeed in business, you must approach it like a student approaches a subject. You must study your craft relentlessly, ask intelligent questions, and commit to lifelong learning. Because the moment you stop learning, someone else will surpass you. The paranoia that fuels success. Another reason most people fail is they underestimate the competition. They walk into business thinking they're alone, or worse, they dismiss their competitors as irrelevant. That mindset is fatal. The best entrepreneurs operate with a healthy dose of paranoia. Paranoia doesn't mean fear, it means awareness. It means asking yourself daily, if someone wanted to destroy my business, how would they do it? It means anticipating your competitors' moves before they make them. It means staying sharp, staying on guard, and never getting comfortable. Too many businesses collapse because they got lazy. They thought they had arrived. They thought their idea was untouchable. And then someone else came along, worked harder, moved faster, and took it all away. That's why the most successful people in business never stop hustling, even when they're at the top. When Mark Cuban bought the Dallas Mavericks, he didn't delegate the work of calling season ticket holders. He picked up the phone himself. Why? Because if he wasn't willing to do the hard work, how could he expect his team to do it? That's the mindset of a true entrepreneur. No task is beneath them, no effort too small. The entrepreneurs who fail are the ones who lose that hunger. They stop treating their business like it's on the line every single day. They stop putting in the hours. They stop paying attention to the details. And slowly, the fire burns out. The one reason most people fail in business. So let's bring it all together. Out of all the excuses, out of all the reasons, out of all the stories people tell themselves about why they didn't make it, the truth is simple. Most people fail in business because they don't do the work. They don't study their industry. They don't learn their numbers. They don't prepare better than their competition. They don't push themselves to work like someone is trying to take it all away from them. They let laziness, distraction, and complacency win. But here's the good news. The solution is just as simple. If you want to succeed, do the opposite. Learn more than anyone else. Work harder than anyone else. Stay paranoid, stay humble, and never stop learning. Build your business like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Business is not about luck. It's not about being in the right place at the right time. It's about relentless effort, discipline, and the courage to keep going when others quit. The one reason most people fail in business is the very reason you can succeed, if you're willing to put in the work. So the next time you think about giving up, the next time you feel tired, remember this. Someone out there is working 24 hours to take it all away from you. Don't let them. Outlearn them. Outwork them. Outlast them. And when you do, success will not just be possible, it will be inevitable.